Hello, my name is Rachel and I'm here to do my April reading wrap up. This month I've not really read that many books. I've been hurriedly trying to learn German and just hang out with people before I move because I will be moving to Switzerland this year in the next month or two. So yeah, I've been trying to see people a lot, so I've not read as much, but I have read quite a bit. I've read a lot more graphic novels, to be honest. But I am going to just start by going through what I read for Cozy Reading Night because I have kind of done a wrap up for this. The first book wasn't for Cozy Reading Night, but it ties in. So I reread Fight Club this month by Chuck Palahniuk, and this was as fantastic as it always is. It is one of the best books in the world, one of the best books about mental illness, one of the best books about men and feminism, and I just adore this book. It was phenomenal, as always. Yeah, this is just brilliant. So I reread that this month, 5 out of 5 stars. Would happily pick it up again in a second. So yeah, I read that one. And then for Cozy Reading Night, the reason I reread that was because I wanted to read Fight Club 2, which is by Chuck Palahniuk, but also by Cameron Stewart, and then Dave Stewart, Nate Paycos, and David Mack. And this is basically like a second to it. I think I would give this like a 2.5 or 3 stars. It was okay, but I felt like they kind of rehashed a lot of stuff that happened, and it kind of didn't have the same magic for me as the original. So yeah, I mean it was good. It was okay. It was nice to see the characters again, but yeah, I don't know. The more I'm thinking about it, the more I'm thinking 2 stars instead of even 2.5. So I don't know. I wouldn't, if you're someone who loves Fight Club, I wouldn't overly recommend this. It's a nice read and it's kind of funny, but it is nowhere near as good. Like, nowhere near as good. So yeah, I read that one for Cozy Reading Night. And then the other thing I read on Cozy Reading Night was The Sleeper and the Spindle by Neil Gaiman and illustrated by Chris Riddle. I loved this. I think I gave it 4 stars, and I just thought this was absolutely fantastic. The artwork in here is just amazing. It's just really really cool, and I just really like the story. Obviously, there's a Sleeping Beauty element, a sleeper and a spindle, but there are also elements from other fairy tales, and I liked that it didn't point them out. You just, if you knew what they were, you knew what they were. If you didn't, you didn't. Like, it wouldn't spell it out for you, but you could tell what they were. And this was really really cool. Um, yeah, I like this, and it was all like independent women unite, and it's just really really good. So yeah, that was 4 stars. So then on to the books I read during the month, which were not many. I will warn. The first one was Killing and Dying by Adrian Tomin. I gave this 3 out of 5 stars. This was okay, but the stories were very like everyday life stories, like very forgettable. Not really anything, like there wasn't anything special. It was about the monotony of life, but it meant the story was just the monotonous stories. um, so yeah, I mean, I liked the artwork and I did like the stories. They were just very standard for me. There was nothing special about this. So yeah, 3 out of 5 stars for that one. Then I finished reading Antony and Cleopatra, which I started during Fempowerthon last month. Had taken me a while, but I don't really pick plays up unless I want to pick them up because I just won't remember what's happening unless I want to read it. So I do intend to pick up an adaptation of this and watch it because I haven't watched it before, and I really, really enjoyed this. I loved the character of Cleopatra. I thought she was absolutely fantastic. I think I'd give this 3.5 stars. Yeah, I think I gave it 4 stars on Goodreads maybe, but I think I would give it for 3.5 to be honest. It was really really good, but I think once you've read so much Shakespeare, you can't help but compare it to the others. And I've read like between 8 and 10 plays now, so I can't help comparing it to other ones. And like, it was nowhere near like the genius of like The Tempest or Twelfth Night or something like that. So I did enjoy it, but it wasn't like his best work ever. This isn't somewhere I would start with Shakespeare. It's just, yeah, it was nice. Cleopatra is definitely the thing to read this for. If you like strong women, this is the one. Next, I read a book that I absolutely adored. I think I might do a separate review of this one, and it was The Gustav Sonata by Rose Tremaine. I gave this 4 out of 5 stars. The Bailey's Women's Prize for Fiction, but it didn't make the shortlist. It was only on the long list. This is just so good. So I was looking at the long list to see if there was any I fancied off it, and I ended up getting a few. And this one I literally bought immediately the second I saw it. Even though I hadn't read anything about the story, I read the first line and it said small town in Switzerland. And as I mentioned on the channel before, I am moving to Switzerland. There are not a lot of books about Switzerland. So when I saw that this was set in Switzerland, I was like, right, that's it. I've got it now. It's mine. And I read it straight away, and I really, really enjoyed it. This is just absolutely fantastic. It is about a little boy called Gustav. He basically grows up with a single mother. His father has passed away a long time ago, and it's just him and his mum. And he meets another little boy called Anton, and they become best friends, and they basically grow up together. Then they grow apart, they grow together. It's very good. It's more of a character study, I would say, especially of Gustav. And I loved Gustav. I thought he was just the most fantastic character. And yeah, I really, really enjoyed this. I loved the format of it. It kind of, you start as Gustav as a little boy, and then you go way back in time to before he was even born, to his parents like getting together and their relationship, and you see all of that play out and learn about his dad, who is dead from like the minute this starts. You find out that he has died, so you kind of find out how that all happened. And then it goes right back to the future again to when Gustav is an adult and follows basically through his life. And yeah, this is fantastic. This is so good. I absolutely adored this book. I wasn't overly fond of the ending. There was a bit where I was like unsure whether I liked it or not. And in the end, I did like, and I ended up crying at like the last line because I was just like, oh my god, so perfect. But then when I thought about it, I thought, like, I don't know, there was something missing. And there's I can't say this without spoiling it. I'm going to do a separate review of this and say exactly what I mean and where the plot goes and why I feel like this, because I don't actually think I can say it without spoiling it. So yeah, 4 out of 5 stars, and I will do a review where I explain that, and when I do put that up, I will put it in the description box for this video so you can find it there when I do it. But yeah, this was really, really good. I definitely recommend. Then the next thing I read was just amazing. The next 2 are my 5 out of 5 stars for the month, and the first is Winnie the Pooh by A.A. Milne. This is like the original Winnie the Pooh stories. I love Winnie the Pooh, like so much. And my girlfriend recently bought me the 90th, I think it was 90th anniversary edition, where basically some authors have collaborated and wrote some new Winnie the Pooh stories, and I was like, this sounds amazing. I haven't read Winnie the Pooh for ages, and I would like to reread Winnie the Pooh and then read the book that she got me. So yeah, I read this and I just loved it, and this is a phenomenal edition. This is so beautiful. It has the most wonderful little map in the front, and then it's got all of E. Shepherd's illustrations throughout, which is just the most adorable thing. Like, Piglet is like just the best thing in the world, and I love Piglet so much. And yeah, just thoroughly enjoyed this. It was amazing, as it was always going to be. It's Winnie the Pooh. So yeah, that one was 5 out of 5 stars. And the other book I read was The Encyclopedia of Early Earth. Now, if you have watched any of my other videos, you will know that I read the 100 Nights of Hero around Christmas time. I read it with my girlfriend. We just sat and read it together. We read it out loud to each other, and that was really, really nice. And yeah, so before she went to Switzerland, she's moved to Switzerland. I'm moving to Switzerland soon. But before she went, obviously we're not going to see each other for around 2 months. So it was so nice reading 100 Nights of Hero and reading The Gigantic Beard That Was Evil that I had picked this one up and said, I will save this and we can read this together before you go, which we did, and I really, really enjoyed it. I didn't enjoy it as much as the 100 Nights of Hero, but I still gave it 5 out of 5 stars. So this is still, they're both still 5 out of 5 stars. I love them both, but there's just that little tinge of me that loves that one more. But I still really liked this one, and I really loved the appendix at the back. There's just a whole appendices at the back of the history of early Earth and stuff like that, which is really cool. This is basically about a boy who is going out into the world to find himself, shall we say. And it's just amazing, and I love these books. I will buy everything Isabel Greenberg ever does. I will make it my mission to read everything she ever writes and draws and just everything. She is just such a phenomenal artist, and these books are just so wonderful. They're so wonderfully published. The end papers are just beautiful, and just the paper quality, just everything about these books is so perfect. They are the most perfect gift for anyone. The illustrations are just out of this world. I cannot recommend this book more highly at all, ever. So yeah, this was amazing. I would have read more, but about a week ago I started rereading Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows because I was doing a big reread of all the books, and that's the one that I didn't reread yet. And it's also my favourite, so that will have definitely hampered the reading for the month, but I don't care. I don't think anyone cares if they're reading Harry Potter. There's nothing to care about but Harry Potter, so it's fine. Thank you very much for watching, and yeah, I will see you in my next video. Bye!